And for a little more on the local markets today, I spoke with Charlie Aitken from Southern Cross Equities. Charlie Aitken, as we've seen a shaky day on the market, what's your take on it?
Well, Ticky, it could have been worse, quite frankly. I think the performance from the Australian equity market and the Australian dollar was pretty okay today and showed, perhaps with my fingers all crossed and toes crossed, that investors are finally realising that we're not totally linked to the malaise in Europe and the US, and perhaps some people are slowly recognising that the Australian earnings, profit and dividend season that's coming up in August might be okay. So could have been worse today. I think it was a reasonable effort by the Australian market.
Now, oil and gas producer Santos has set up a $2 billion loan facility. The market seemed to have liked that move.
It did, because it's been worried about Santos tapping the equity market for new capital to fund its Gladstone LNG project. The fact that it has lines of credit available now to finance that was seen as a positive, probably reduces the chances of a capital raising or a dilutive capital raising. And the market liked it, and Santos up on a down day, which is often a good sign for a stock.
And in the media sector, John Fairfax has announced he'll retire from the Fairfax Media Board. How significant a move is that?
It was an interesting development. Obviously, John's been with the Fairfax Group for 50 years, but before we get too carried away, I mean, John owns 10% of Fairfax shares, but his son Nick is still on the board. I mean, I think that they'll maintain their shareholding. The stock was down today because people thought they might sell their shareholding. I don't think that'll be the case, but you know, interesting. Fairfax shares haven't been great lately, and the market's keenly awaiting their profit report in August.
And Charlie, on a day like today, you'd expect to see gold stocks providing a safe haven. Why haven't they done that?
Yeah, that was interesting, Ticky. I'm quite surprised by that. I mean, the gold stocks did badly today, and that's actually a positive sign for the broader market. On days like today, you'd expect gold to do well, you'd expect gold stocks to do well because everything else was looking so bad. But the gold stocks fell more than anything. And I think that's a sign that's telling you that perhaps the world isn't ending. Perhaps the gold, the safe haven is starting to unwind a little bit. And despite what the Dow did on Friday night, it's time to be a little braver. So we'll see.
Charlie Aitken, thanks for all that positive news.
Trying my best, Ticky.